Well, as you know, presently, Kentucky's Constitution doesn't allow charter schools, so we would have to amend that. But I think at a very minimum, we need to have a significant dialogue and discussion about the pros and cons of charter schools and their ability to impact education delivery in Kentucky. You're exactly right. There was a lot of discussion about the fact that perhaps we lost out in this last round of funding for Race to the Top, probably $180 to $200 million, due to the fact that we didn't have in place a charter school option, a charter school alternative. Now, there has been some significant discussion, at least among my colleagues, about having more dialogue, having more meetings, bringing in more information about the pros and cons of charter schools. And I think at a minimum, we definitely need to look at it as an alternative. Now, by saying that, Owen, I'm not certainly advocating throwing out and disbanding and giving up on our public school system. I think we've got so much invested, and by and large, it's a good system. Like any system, can always be improved. I think we're going to be doing that with Senate Bill 1 on the primary and secondary side, with a whole new level of accountability and accessibility that's going to increase the learning capacity and opportunities for our young people. But as far as charter schools are concerned, you know, there's some pros and cons that I've heard. The pros being perhaps that it would allow for more efficient delivery of instruction at a lower cost. And also, as you know, by definition, charter schools receive public funding, but they are exempt from some of the rules and regulations that public schools have to adhere to. So they have more flexibility. For example, I've seen some charter schools in other states that go to school much longer. They go from 9 until 5. They have a whole different method of testing. They pay teachers differently. Those are the kind of flexibilities that are allowed in charter schools that aren't allowed in the traditional public school system that we have in Kentucky. On the negative side, I've heard some people say, well, what charter schools do to enhance their longevity and to allow them to thrive and exist is they cherry pick, if you will. They take the very best of students from underperforming schools, put those over into charter school environment, and then leave out the people with developmental disabilities and other handicaps and that kind of thing. So, but what we need to do is we don't need to dismiss charter schools. We need to bring in experts from states that have embarked upon and have charter schools in their makeup, listen to them about what's worked and haven't worked, have that discussion, and hopefully look at it as a viable alternative. But we just candidly right now, in my opinion, don't have enough information about it. We need to obtain more information, and I'm certainly open to looking at it as an option.